What's up, everybody? Happy Friday the 13th, and welcome. Are you playing it delayed? We'll get to this guy in a second. Welcome everyone to the live scream. Ah! I had to scream at least once, so that was the time I'm gonna scream. And happy Friday the 13th, everyone joining. If you're not watching this live, then
I'm Pickle Rick!
Then you're truly unlucky, because it's Friday the 13th and you're obviously not watching me. You're not watching the Haunt Former, so I don't know what. I don't know what you're doing if you're not watching Haunt Former. I hope you watched my latest video I uploaded today, which was a Friday the 13th special for you guys. I was going to do a review, but then I decided to do something a little bit different, so I hope you're all enjoying that video. I know a lot of people gave good feedback on it, so I'm glad you guys liked it. So, did anyone do anything super special for Friday the 13th? Anyone watch any Jason movies? I'm wearing my official Friday the 13th shirt that works only one day of the year. And it works for today, but I still wear it other days, even if it's not Friday, but I'll usually wear it on Friday. But in just a moment, we're going to have a special guest star on the stream, and we're going to talk about horror movies and some of the specials we've done on Haunt Former, and we'll get to him in just a minute. So, basically, what I did today is not too much. Friday's my day off, but I did get to do something pretty special, which is I went to go see a movie. And what movie did I see? I saw Happy Death Day. That's right. The newest horror comedy movie starring, I don't know who's starring in this movie. Not any real big actors in this one. You've probably seen the trailers. It's basically about this girl who is getting murdered and keeps resetting the day. It's like Groundhog Day, and she has to figure out who's murdering her. It's an interesting movie. It keeps you engaged throughout the entire thing. I might do an official review on it soon, but, I mean, overall, like, looking at all the aspects of it, it wasn't the best. A lot of the plot doesn't really make sense and doesn't exactly fit its own storyline, but it definitely was entertaining. And if you're one of the younger viewers on Haunt Former, someone who's maybe around like the age of 13 or so, this would be actually a more ideal horror movie if you want to see a horror movie for Halloween. This is actually a good one for some, not saying super young, but for the younger audience out there. There's not much profanity. There's barely any blood in this movie at all, because mostly every time like the killer shows up and like stabs her or does whatever, it just cuts to the next day. So there's not really any gore or anything. It's actually more of a funny movie, but it's enjoyable, and if you're just trying to get a good, like, jump scare, then you'll definitely get that with Happy Death Day. So I might do an official review soon, but you'll have to keep posted for that. Also, trying to think of what else. Oh, I first want to know, what is your favorite Friday the 13th movie? I know there's quite a bit of them. I actually don't know how many there are, or really just any movie in general that has Jason in it. Is a good target. Is a good target for this question. My personal favorite is, that's a toughie. Out of the I haven't seen them all, so you can't judge me for not seeing them all. But out of the ones I've seen, either Freddy vs. Jason or Jason Takes Manhattan, which is part 8, are probably my top picks. I've only really seen, like, the first one, part 8, a little bit of part 2 and 3, and parts, and Freddy vs. Jason. So I haven't been a huge fan of the Friday the 13th franchise, which is pretty sad. My favorite of those kind of slasher franchises is Halloween. I've seen almost all of them. I also love Scream and Child's Play. Those are some of my most favorite of the series ones. Not necessarily my favorite horror movies, though Halloween is. But not necessarily my favorite horror movies, but in like a franchise and a series of horror movies. Those are probably some of my top picks. So, I know it's rather late, so I understand there's not a lot of people on here, which is kind of weird because it is Friday, so I would think people would be up late or doing whatever they do. Tomorrow is our Oktoberfest in the area. Basically, people come around, there's like music playing, they have beer and bratwurst and the best kettle corn around, and it's fun. So we get to do that. I made a video about it actually a few years ago. I don't know how popular it is. I'm probably gonna rewatch it tomorrow just because I can. But it's definitely a fun event, and we go to it every year. Makes me think of Halloween, even though it's not really Halloween related. It's more of October Festi, which is more German than horrifying, but it still works. Still works. So, I'm trying to think of other things I wanted to say. Well, since today was Friday, as you all know, yesterday I uploaded the second of the Haunttober original horror movies, and this one was a paranormal mystery known as Dust to Dust, which is starring my mom, Corey, and a little bit of myself, though I'm not really in it that much. I more or less make like a cameo, and then you see like a picture of me. It's basically about this mother, and her son dies, and there's this sort of open-ended mystery to what happened there, and it kind of ends with her opening this cupboard and something bad happens to her. I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but that is the second one. Last week, I uploaded one known as Paradigm, which you guys seem to really enjoy, so I'm glad about that. And there are more to come. There are more to come, to say the least. I have one, I think, scheduled for next week, and the following week I might try to get one of the Worm People out, and then I have a special longer one, or two, depending on how many we get done. We have some more movies coming your way that are pretty creepy, so I think you guys are going to definitely enjoy them, and yeah, that's basically it as far as the kind of the horror movies that we're getting scheduled for Haunttober. Other than that, just more reviews are expected in Haunttober, and more scary stories and stuff like that. And don't forget the merchandise. You can go in the link of most of my videos. No, I'm sorry. In only the intro to Haunttober video, and you can see the link to the merchandise that you can get for Hauntformer. I haven't even gotten it yet. I haven't checked it recently, so I don't know how many people have gotten merchandise, so I'm not sure. Alright, now we're going to bring in a special guest star. You know him. You love him. Say no more. It's Jared.
What's up?
So, I got Jared.
Do you only have 11 people watching?
A lot of people aren't watching. It's kind of sad.
Maybe we should save the Q&A for next time. Maybe not do it as late. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird because people usually like watching them late. Sometimes when I do them early, there's like a golden time to do these.
Whatever it is, please let us know.
Yeah. When's the best time for these usually? I've seen around 9 and 10. It's usually the best time to do live streams.
Wait, did you tape this to the Jason?
No.
Okay.
For everyone wondering who the heck is this man in my room, Jared has been in a lot of a lot of my videos. He's been in a lot of reviews, a lot of the older ones, especially when it deals with movies. You were in. Did we do a Friday the 13th Part 3 review, the 3D one?
Yeah.
We did a 3D one, so if you haven't watched that, you can go watch that. I also did a Jason like pop figure review if you're trying to watch more Friday the 13th goodies. But Jared's been in a lot of my original horror movies too. Star of the Worm People, and the director of Paradigm, which is not this week, but last week's original horror movie. And if you have any, I don't know how many people on here are big avid fans of the original horror movies, but if you have any questions about like the behind the scenes of those, any of them, but Paradigm and Dust to Dust in specific, since they were the last two that I uploaded, if you have any like behind the scenes questions.
Pray for me, there are huge wildfires coming. Oh,
There's a huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got school canceled too? Oh, man. Alright, I'll have to keep you in my prayers. That's crazy. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. Did I watch Jigsaw? No, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out on the 27th. But if you mean the old Saws, then I've seen 2 of them. Yeah, it gets kind of hot. It looks much better with the zombie mask, too. You have to add the zombie mask with the Jason.
Say hi if you are watching. Hi.
You broke your leg. That's not good.
My leg.
My leg. You watch Rings? I saw Rings. That was
I do not
a
like
while
Rings.
ago.
I do not like the new Rings.
Jared's against the new Rings movie.
I don't like it for 2 reasons. Well, I don't like it because it failed at the box office because it was a bad movie. And
Did you watch it?
I've seen the trailers. I've seen enough to know it's bad.
It wasn't horrible, actually.
Okay.
So
So
it wasn't horrible.
that movie.
Though I haven't seen the original Rings.
That
or Ring.
Well, it's a Japanese horror movie. Of course, it's 10 times scarier.
Well, I mean like the American one.
By Mark. Anyways,
See you, Mark.
this is a little known fact that because Rings did so poorly at the box office, which
This ties into
I don't know what
today.
else. I don't know what else. Yeah, it does.
It would have
I don't
actually
know
come
what-
out today.
I don't know what else they expected, but it did so poorly at the box office that Paramount Paramount was supposed to be releasing Friday the 13th, Part 13, on Friday, October 13th. So today was when. Okay, yes, rye bread. Yeah, yeah.
We'll do that.
Um,
We'll definitely do that.
but yeah, if there was a god, why would it let all these disasters happen? Okay,
We're getting into the
this is pretty philosophical.
we're
now.
getting into the philosophical questions right over the horror movie question. I can really go in depth, but to answer that question, you'll have to check out my other channel, the Glog, which actually has a lot of those answers on it.
Anyways, so back to what I was saying. So, Friday the 13th, Part 13 was supposed to be released today, but
On the 13th,
on the 13th.
in October.
But because Rings did
This
so
year.
horribly at the box office and with reviews, they canceled. They wasted too much money on Rings, so they did not have the right budget.
I don't know why they didn't need that much money. There was not even that
Yeah.
many characters.
It
was all CGI.
The screenwriter for the Friday the 13th movie leaked the script online because, well, I guess he could do that. And so the script was actually pretty good. It was like, I would have liked to actually see it.
Was it supposed to be the last one? Or no, they were going to do more.
Not at that time,
But now the new one.
Yeah.
Now they released that they're going to do a final one.
yeah. So, and funny enough, since the budget for Mother was so small, that's where Paramount put their money in Mother, which also did horribly at the box office. So basically, Paramount does not.
But Mother wasn't a horror movie.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was?
It was it was marketed as that, and it was really more of like a weird.
A lot of the horror movies are dudding this year.
It was really more of a
What
like
the heck, Hollywood?
like an
Not
art.
that we trusted you.
It was like an art film.
The only good hyped movie, like all these movies that are getting so much hype, like Mother got a lot of hype and then it crashed. The only good hyped horror movie this year was It.
Get Out.
Get Out, but that was early on. Did that
Yes.
have a ton of hype though?
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Oh yeah, people were talking about it when the first trailer came out, and they were like, "Ooh, it's gonna be."
I guess I saw that was probably the best, like, actual horror movie. I'd say one of them, because some of the other ones were horror, but they were kind of branched off. Like King Kong was kind of more actiony horror, and Alien was kind of sci-fi horror, although it was sort of horror.
I mean, I'd say I was more tense seeing Get Out, but it was more in like a realism way because the movie was pretty crazy. Alien Covenant, I was more like, whoa.
It was just kind of cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly super scary. It was more like...
I feel like y'all are ignoring me. Well, now we aren't.
Sorry. We didn't now. Ha! Gotti. If...
Oh, old versus new.
For different reasons.
It's funny. I was comparing shots of the new Pennywise to Tim Curry's Pennywise, and I definitely say his Pennywise looked more like...
Well, if you watch... I know you don't watch him. If you watch Nostalgia Critic... If you watch Nostalgia Critic's new review, it just came out. It has like a ton of views already of the new It.
Does he talk? Does he talk for like 30 minutes? And he's like,
it's so 30 minutes, but it's all cinematic. Like they actually like did costumes. And
stuff. He does that for all. Okay, the reason I do not like Nostalgia Critic is that he goes like.
I kind of like Nostalgia Critic.
I like some of his videos that he's done about like political correctness and stuff on the internet and like freedom of speech and stuff. But the reason I don't like a lot of his videos is that he's way too critical on certain movies, and he, like...
That's true, but sometimes like YMS does that, too.
I mean, he hated Alien Covenant,
I mean...
but...
Right, he hated a lot of movies that I liked.
But, like...
But he wasn't completely wrong about Happy Death Day.
Yeah. But,
yeah. But, yeah,
Jared basically... throwing some shade. Yeah.
Ooh... Take that, Nostalgia Critic, if you're never watching this ever. But he, in his I do like Nostalgia Critic, actually, and in his new It review, he mentioned a good point where it showed, like, it's like a spoof satire in the review, too. And it showed, they
did a remake of Batman vs. Superman. That was one of their biggest things.
I like that video a lot,
That was dumb, because they got, what's his name? Angry Joe to review it.
Yeah.
And he literally, like, his review of Alien Covenant was so horribly put together.
Oh, really? I didn't watch it.
Yeah, because he saw the trailer and he's like, I'm excited for this. And then when the movie came out, he's like, what was that? That was garbage. Ridley Scott has lost his mind. And, like, all this stuff.
I liked it. I liked Alien. But in his It, he basically said it showed Bill Skarsgård's It, the new one, in the sewer, and it had Georgie going up, and then he's like, hey, Georgie, and then he just left. Because the old It was a nice-looking clown, which I think in turn made it scary. Because you didn't suspect that he looked innocent. The new It looks purposely scary, which makes it less scary, if that makes sense. There's also...
I mean, like, if you were a little kid, what would you...
If I was a little kid, I'd probably run away from the clown who's like, hey, Georgie, take it. But the old Pennywise was like... But I will say that the new Pennywise did two things. One, he actually danced, which he's called Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Two, he said, let's all float, and they actually floated.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't do that in the old one. I think the old one has better things, like, you'll remember more iconically.
Well, he insulted them more.
And he had funnier, like...
Beep, beep, Rich. I mean, he says that in the new one, but,
I think Tim Curry did a much better... I think the new one's definitely scarier.
But I definitely think the 2017 is scarier and a lot
more interesting.
Yeah, and well acted.
The other one was old, like
because Tim Curry was really the only good actor.
Yeah, the best part about the old It was Tim Curry. The new It has multiple
Seth
things.
Green was in that movie, the creator of Robot Chicken, and he was in Monsters Inc. 2. He plays the nerdy. He played like
Monsters Inc. 2?
Yeah, remember where Velma has like that guy that
in the second Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, and then when she tries
the one where they're on the island again, on a tiki island. Not the first one.
And the second one is where they're hunting down that Monsters Unleashed or something, where they have that machine and it creates all the monsters that they locked up.
I don't even know. That sounds like Ghostbusters.
It's the one.
It sounds like Ghostbusters.
It's the one where they dress Velma up like she's like super sexy,
Yeah,
and then she's wearing the squeaky like. Yeah,
I think so.
She was in Freaks and Geeks. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hi. Okay. So.
We see you. Please stop this, Jesse Cockerell. Who's that? Former Resident Evil was good.
All right. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna play a game, Jared, and the people at home, you guys, all 10 of you, can play this game too. Should we really? I see the A31. I don't know. We're gonna play the game anyway.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be long. What we're gonna do is.
Jared, I love you. Oh, thank you.
You got an admirer.
Thank you, Andrew.
Wow. What do I get? Nothing.
Lose some weight.
I made this whole channel, and yeah, I don't even get the love. I see how it is. We're gonna play a horror movie game.
Fake love to me.
We're gonna name a horror movie that we really like, and then we're gonna name a horror movie that we don't really like. And
Mac, I love you too.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I feel so much better now.
My spirit still don't have Jack Skellington. My spirit still.
Oh, I think he sold out. He sold out really early. Which
Gene has
stinks.
him, though.
That's true. He does. He got him. I watched him buy it.
He is going to kill us all.
I am. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna name a horror movie that we really like, and then counteract it with one that we don't, or the other way around, one we don't like, then we do. So Jared, you start.
What? Are you saying like a movie I like, and then a movie?
No, just like a movie that you like, and then I have to think of one that you wouldn't like.
Oh,
and we're doing it back and forth,
Quiz
right?
each other. All right.
Right. Or you can say, name a movie, and I have to guess if you like it or don't like it.
Okay.
Overall, and you guys can guess at home, or you can ask one yourself.
All right. That's hard though, because I told you all the like a lot of the movies you like, I don't like. And in terms of like slasher.
Just pick anyone. And the people at home can guess. You know what? Let's name a collective movie, and then they have to guess if we both like it or like one of us likes it.
Okay.
Like let's start off.
Like
with...
I'll come up with a movie, and then you come, and they have to. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Night of the Living Dead.
I was gonna say that. Okay. You have to guess which one of us likes it, or if both of us like it, or if both of us hate it. And I actually don't know if we'll know all of them. And you guys can request ones.
Oh yeah, request movies, and we'll say if we like it or not.
Mac likes it.
It's the other way around, buddy. No.
Both of you like it.
We both like it.
We both
it's
like
my
it.
favorite horror movie.
It's Jared's favorite horror movie. It's one of my...
Mac does, Jared does?
Yeah, we both do. Yes, we both like Night of the Living Dead. I think it's probably the quintessential zombie film, and probably the best one, and I don't think they'll ever top it. They've done a lot of other zombie movies that are good, but they're not Night of the Living Dead, which I want to watch, actually.
You got, I see.
I think I have it on DVD, but
you gotta get like the restored version because it's like crystal clear. And I watched it on Turner Classic Movies, like the restored version. It looks pretty good.
Do you have it on DVD?
Better. No, I had it recorded on my DVR box, but unfortunately,
it's a great movie.
That DVR box,
it kind of like it kind of sets up the zombie.
Please don't
genre.
ignore me. We're not ignoring.
We're not trying to ignore you all.
Mac, kick this dude off. Oh,
Hey.
why? Turn the Living Dead are close for me, but not ID.
Wait,
not
Dawn of the Dead and Return of the Living Dead are close for me, but nothing is compared. But Nord? Oh, Night of the Living Dead is the only zombie movie that remotely scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently watched Return of the Living Dead, and I actually can say...
Oh, you don't like my name, Eugene? Why don't you like my name?
Well, Jared Vogel.
But...
I'm just kidding.
The Dead?
No. Well, I think...
Oh, you don't like the name of the movie? Okay.
Oh.
This is a horror. The Addams Family.
Never seen it.
This is not a horror, The Addams Family.
Oh, I can't answer. I haven't seen it.
Like the shows, I haven't seen a lot. I
can vouch for the...
Alright, Eugene, you don't hate me. Not you, the movie. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Eugene.
I think you meant the name of the movie.
Yeah.
I will say
Family
this.
Is awesome.
I will say this: I cannot vouch for the Addams Family, but I can vouch for one of my favorite.
The Munsters.
The Munsters is one of my favorite horror, not really horror, but monster-related shows. Okay.
The other guy watching. Oh, who? The guy that you're all trying to Jesse Cock. Do y'all like The Fly? Yeah. Oh, well, which version? Jared, do you like Psycho? I just watched it. Yeah, I do like Psycho.
Those are two that we both like.
Yeah.
We both like The Fly. Are we talking about the old or new one? Because I actually like both of them.
I mean, I like both of them, too.
But I'd say they're good. They're both good in their own regard. I think...
Well, they're both kind of different.
I think the story of the first one is better. Especially because Vincent Price is in it. But in terms of the actual Fly itself, I think the Jeff Goldblum ones... What? That's good.
That's...
Okay, let's think of a different one.
Oh, man. When did you spray that stuff? My eyes were burning.
What stuff?
From The Mask.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yesterday. Wait.
My eyes are like...
Really?
Yeah.
I'll wear it
You
then.
have it on there for a little while. Good. Alright, so give us some more movie suggestions, guys.
I understand where you're coming from.
I back.
You back, man.
And we back. The Worm People. Oh, yeah, the movie sucks. It's
no.
awful.
No, I got that on Blu-ray. It was not worth it.
Return of the Living Dead.
Well, I recently just saw The Return of the Living Dead, and I can say it actually was not exactly what I was expecting.
It's more of a
It was good. I liked it. I felt like I think they did it on the cheap. Because, I can tell, they only had the zombie, the group of zombies for, a few shots, and the rest of it's, them inside.
Yeah.
But overall, it was entertaining, and I would probably watch it again. There were some scenes that didn't make sense, with all the teenagers, acting really weird and, all, death metal-y. That didn't really fit.
That was the whole point, is they were supposed to be, punk zombies or something. It was
But the zombies weren't punk zombies, just they were punk kids, and then that didn't really fit anything.
Goosebumps goes down as the best Halloween TV series. I did like Goosebumps, the TV show. If you're going by, horror show...
It wasn't exactly that scary,
I don't know if you're talking about, anthology or,
But, childhood-wise, I remember, Cartoon Network used to do the...
Yeah, they used to do a
every day in
marathon on
October.
Halloween, yeah.
Why don't they do that anymore? Do they do that anymore?
No, they just show, Clarence for 24 hours.
Because that was so much fun. I remember, staying up, I'm like,
Adult
Mom,
Swim
I gotta go watch,
I know, I used to do that, too.
Goosebumps.
Adult Swim got
was
rid
fun.
of one of my favorite shows, so I don't associate myself with them anymore.
They just have weird shows.
Are the M&M's pumpkin pie only at Target? They weren't at Walmart.
They're probably only at Target. A lot of the candies that I review are typically Target exclusives, which is weird. Or you can get them online, but I don't know if
y'all wanted the best horror movie.
Well, let's name our top horror movies. Our top 3.
Original Night of the Living Dead.
Good one.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I haven't seen.
And I think Alien was
the
the original one. That one's more like a space horror. Actually, you know what? I would put Alien before Texas Chainsaw. But it's funny. You know what? Ridley Scott got some of the inspiration for Alien from Texas Chainsaw.
What?
Yeah.
How?
He watched a movie.
What's that have to do with aliens?
Well, because it's one thing coming after.
Oh.
He wanted it to be like Texas Chainsaw, but on a ship.
And an alien instead of Leatherface.
Yeah.
I
think so.
I didn't know that.
I know he mentioned Texas Chainsaw somewhere, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?" He's like, "No, I haven't." And then he saw it, and then he realized that he was like,
Oh. I didn't know that.
Hey, I didn't miss it. Shining. Oh yeah, Shining's awesome.
Shining is in my top 3.
Did I might have put Shining in my... I don't know. I made a list up a while ago and I told Mac.
Too.
And
that's what we do in our
Willy
spare time.
Wonka is evil in the very old one.
He was kind of mean. I was scared of him.
Yeah.
That was scary.
You lose!
You get nothing! But the prank, look up the Willy Wonka McDonald's prank. It's the best. It's so funny.
Halloween, Night of the Living Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Bride of Frankenstein.
The good picks. my
Jared's Tinder account is pretty spooky.
You have a Tinder?
No.
He does now.
I have a Christian Mingle, but don't look me up.
My top 3 favorite horror movies for me are probably The Exorcist, The Shining, and Halloween. Are probably my 3. Though there's other ones that I really enjoy too. I like Silence of the Lambs a lot. I also like a lot of the old ones, like you said, Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman. The Invisible Man's probably my favorite of the old ones.
What about Goosebumps the movie?
The new one with Jack Black.
No.
It wasn't bad. Like, I think it was good. Like,
it just wasn't like in the books.
Like,
they could have done it like an anthology. Like,
if you actually want to know the best, like, I'm talking to kids here, like people who are around or under the age of 10 who want to know a good, scary, good, clean, fun Halloweenish movie. Well, of course, I'll resort.
Universal monster movies. Those
or you can do those if you want a kid one.
I don't like the Goosebumps movie. Me either.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but if you want to get a modern one that's really...
Oh, this is a good one for you. Does your religious belief increase how you perceive The Exorcist? Since you're more religious and it deals with demons and Satan, I'd assume it scares you more. Yeah. It's actually... before Mac explains himself, he doesn't like Ouija boards.
I don't. Most people who watch my channel either make a meme about me not liking Ouija boards or embrace it. It actually does enhance my experience with believing in my beliefs.
I sent a note to R.L. Stine about making a movie and adding all monsters, and 3 years later, the Goosebumps movie was made.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
You're on to something.
Yeah.
I liked the Goosebumps movie. it's not one that I'll remember, but I'll say that if you want
it had the kid from Don't Breathe in it.
It did, but it had Jack Black, and he was kind of entertaining to watch.
Jack Black, what isn't he in anymore? He's in Jumanji.
I know, that looks good. I would say the most recent modern good kid-friendly Halloween movie to watch is probably Hotel Transylvania. Was actually good.
But that wasn't like
if you're a kid and you want to watch a good classic Halloween movie, you gotta watch Mad Monster Party.
Hey, Coraline, that movie was...
Yeah, but Mad Monster Party.
I know, but they rated... Coraline was... Alright, guys.
Watch Mad Monster Party, it's such a good movie.
I saw Coraline when I was 9, okay? I was in 5th grade... No. I told you about the movie. I remember. We've been friends for a long time. And I remember talking to you about it, because I knew you liked all the Tim Burton stuff. It actually wasn't Tim Burton, it was Henry Selick.
It wasn't, but he's the director of Nightmare on Elm Street.
He is.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. Nightmare
Before Christmas. Yeah. Crazy.
He looks Jewish.
They all are.
He does.
That'll probably get us, no.
This video's been flagged. It's just a statement.
But guys, I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish, it's okay.
No, but Coraline, that was a freaky movie. I saw that.
That was
when
scary.
I was 9, and I actually left halfway through the movie. I did. I brought my friend Edan, who's also Jewish.
You had to throw that.
Well, I mean, it was.
This is a Christian channel, sir. You need to leave.
So I went to the bathroom. I was like, Mom, I need to go to the bathroom.
That was me with Annabelle, but I just went no when I left.
Yeah, but you were like 16.
Yeah, it was whenever Annabelle came out.
I was not.
No, it was 2012.
Mac, are you Jew? No, it came out in 2013.
Whatever, it came out a few years ago, so...
We were in high school.
I was in high school, obviously. I went into Box Trolls. Remember that movie, The Box Trolls?
Oh, that movie was...
And I walked in there and I sat down and I said no, and I went back into Annabelle and I stood in the back of the theater.
For the rest of the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, if it's scary again, I'm leaving.
2013.
No, but it was good.
It did come out in 2013.
But they also did, since Coraline, they also did Frankenweenie, which was good.
That was Tim
Burton. But,
directed.
He had a live action with Frankenweenie
in the 80s. That was his pitch, I think, to Disney, and it was released in theaters. But
Frankenweenie wasn't a bad movie. I don't remember it that well. I don't really remember Coraline. I somewhat remember.
I remember Coraline because I walked out of that movie
pretty well,
and I was scared. And for months, I'm pretty sure my parents thought I needed therapy or something
You
for
thought
it.
you were gonna get buttons for eyes?
I thought I was gonna wake up in the morning and my parents were gonna be like, have buttons in their eyes.
Jared.
And so I used to do this. This is a true story, guys.
You hit all the buttons.
No. Every morning before I would wake up early, right? I would wake up at like
And you'd go
early,
and, like...
and I'd go into my parents' room and go like this with their eye to make sure it was okay. And that was,
Did they get annoyed?
they started. I mean, I was like
You're
9.
You have eyes that
So-
look like buttons.
And then I used to want to sleep in my parents' bed because I was so scared, and it started to become an issue. My parents were like, "Jared, it's not
You had to
real."
go- you had to
So
go
then
to
my
counseling.
mom would just sit and lay there until I fell asleep, and then she would just go back and I'd be like, "Mom, don't go, I'm still awake," and she's like, "Ah."
That's crazy.
Have you seen the movie One Missed Call with the creepy ringtone? Which version, the Japanese one or the American one?
I haven't seen either, but I remember going to Blockbuster.
Oh,
which
and
is-
One Missed Call
for,
was
for all
and
the
it
young
was
for
like-
all the young viewers who haven't heard of Blockbuster. It was an amazing store.
You're making it sound like it's
Like back in my day in
Yeah.
2010.
7
No, but they would have scary posters or like just the cover of the movie, and I remember that because didn't the person have like teeth in their
Yeah.
eyes? And
Well, it was like a phone. It was like they used like phones as like
was
the
phones.
it was weird.
And what was the other one I was really
I'm
creeped
frozen.
out of? You're
Let it-
frozen? Are
just
you
let it
Jack
go.
Torrance from The Shining?
Just let it go.
Midnight with the stars.
The Lopez TV. Oh,
George
yeah,
Lopez?
The George Lopez show is pretty scary. No. Yes.
No.
Hey, have any of you guys seen any movies by David Lynch? If we're talking horror here, have any of you guys seen any movies by David Lynch?
Yeah, like the rabbits. Is it actually a movie? Or
It was a miniseries, but it was like 40
did
minutes.
he make it into a DVD?
No.
Scene selection.
No, but
Rabbits.
No, but
Part 2.
he added it to one of his later movies.
Oh, really?
he like cut the footage out. And
How would you make a scene selection for that? Like
Like sitting
weird
down scene.
Sitting down scene.
I wonder what it could be.
Scene. Going outside scene.
Donald Trump is scary. Actually, John Podesta's scary. Harvey Weinstein is scary.
Chucky, you're for.
Who cares about Chucky?
Hey.
Sorry, Chucky. Jack's back.
Sorry, Chucky. Jack's back.
Hey, can I get a shout out? Sure, you get a shout out.
Boom! You just got shout-outed.
Shout.
I have a recommendation for you all.
Let
If
it
you're
all
if you're
out.
looking for a horror movie to watch on, if you have Netflix, I just watched a movie today called The Babysitter. It just came out today, actually. It's about this kid
The
who
BS
has like a
stands for babysitter, but it was just an S. You know, I mean, you wouldn't want to see someone walking around with a big BS on him, wouldn't you? Have you remember from The Incredibles?
yeah BS.
Yeah, because it just says S, and he's like, "I'm the sitter."
I'm the sitter.
Sitter. Do a drunk Russian man impression.
What is this?
Oh, Yuri. I don't know.
Yuri.
I could do one if I was actually like, you know, actually drunk myself. No, I don't.
We do not support drinking on Haunt Former.
We do not kill.
Only drinking
we
blood.
Do not, we do not kill. We do not kill
The Jews.
the Jews.
Juice. The juice.
Juice.
Is what we said. Like Slimer High C.
Yeah.
Which is a great soda, by the way.
Shout out to me.
You got
Shout out to you, Eugene.
You just got shout-outed. So do you have any questions for us, people? It's been 38 minutes. We've been on here for a while.
No, I am not under the influence of drugs.
No.
The juice.
The
Yeah.
juice. What questions do you have for us? We will be as open and honest as possible. Okay, not really.
This could be your thoughts on Freddy vs. Jason. We actually just watched.
We're just
the ending
watching
of it.
parts of it. It's
I mean,
a very entertaining movie if you take aside all the crazy like deaths and like random parts where
But
they're
the thing
fighting
is,
each
it doesn't
other.
take itself that.
It doesn't
too
take
serious.
it doesn't take itself very
Jared's
seriously, so you
under
can
the
enjoy
influence
it.
of subs.
Ooh,
Ooh, ooh,
ooh,
you got me, guys.
like that $5 foot long.
Is that
that
a
a
Halloween
monkey?
channel or a stereotype channel? Is this a Halloween channel or a stereotype channel? Oh.
It's both. It's a Halloween
Oh, because the
stereotype.
Jew makes one appearance and it's
Yeah, you gotta leave.
yeah, Is this Halloween?
It's a Michael Myers mask. No, not that Michael Myers. The Halloween mask. This is a Halloween mask.
No, the Halloween dude. Oh, you mean
Jason.
Jason?
Oh, you mean Jason?
No! What is your favorite spirit? What is it?
Huh?
Rising Spirit Halloween prop. I'm going crazy.
I will answer for you. The up-and-coming Rising Spirit Halloween prop. Wait, let me read that. What's your favorite Rising Spirit Halloween prop? If you count John Doe, probably him because he's the most realistic. And I actually am starting a prop idea series soon, and I have one I think they can do based off of that design.
Yeah, I don't know why Kane Hodder wasn't in Freddy vs. Jason. Little known fact, or maybe it's not little known. I don't know. Maybe a bunch of people.
Because he couldn't have been that old in 2003.
No, but actually, Kane Hodder, the new Friday the 13th video game, Kane Hodder did the motion capture for it. So, Kane Hodder technically plays Jason
In the game.
in the game.
You gotta go throw away my water.
So that's pretty cool. And, so the movie that I was talking about earlier, Friday the 13th, Part 13, I was saying how that got canceled because Paramount didn't succeed that well with Rings. So here's a thing that so I screenshotted this on October 10th, 2017. Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, who I think were behind the supposed other Friday the 13th. Is it daytime where you live at?
No.
Where do you think we live? England?
It's not daytime.
I'm just kidding. We live in America.
Oh, I mean, maybe
so
these lights are throwing them off.
It's nighttime.
It's super.
Anyways, for you, Friday the 13th.
The darkening.
For the Friday the 13th fans, on October 10th, 2017, Damian Shannon and Mark Swift revealed that the film could still eventually be made, and revealed that the project is intended to conclude the Friday the 13th franchise, entitled Friday the 13th: Camp Blood: The Death of Jason Voorhees. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully it makes the light of day. But yeah, you have a Pennywise mask. Please don't be mean. We weren't being mean. We weren't being mean. Fireworks for life. We were just joking because I don't know. Do you have a lot of international fans? I thought most of it was American.
We do have international fans actually, which is pretty sweet.
It'll make more money and
we have fans from Mexico.
How many Final Fridays?
We have a lot of fans from all over the globe, and we accept you gracefully.
Well, there was Final Friday. There was the final chapter. Then there is I think one's where he died. Well, 5 was A New Beginning or something. Jason Goes to Hell in Part 4. Yeah, Jason Goes to Hell was really weird. I'm from the Canadas. That's a cool. Are you guys enjoying free healthcare and your bags of milk?
Thanksgiving?
Jared, I found one of your 7 doppelgangers in the world. He's in my class and looks so much like you that it's kind of freaky. Just throwing that out there. Take a picture of him, and it might be on the next episode of the Scream. Was it the Scream?
Live Screams?
Live Screams, yeah. Hey Jared, please tell Mac to come back. Well, he is here.
Where? Oh.
Do your best Freddy, Jason, and Shining impression. OMG, Jared. I don't know. I would do an impression of Freddy. Well, Jason is just...
Alright, we gotta do...
Where's the Jason
we
mask?
each gotta do one.
Jason would just be pretty easy.
Jason's the easiest of
It
those.
would just be... Yeah. He doesn't even say that, though. It's the...
Yeah, who says that, anyways? Someone's gotta say it.
No, it's the audio.
narrator?
Whenever he comes in, it's like... Mac drunk too much Mountain Dew. Actually, I had the Mountain Dew. He had the water. Hey, Mac, please get Spasm.
I will.
In the back.
I will. There he is. Boom.
I don't know if you're going for like.
Look, Spasm.
If you're going for
Look, Spasm's Jason now.
If you're going for
Happy
Jack.
Friday the 13th.
If you're going for yeah.
Wendy, give me the bag.
Give me the bag. Yeah.
Jack is a hard one to do because
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson is so like crazy.
Yeah. And he
I think
curses
Jack
in
will-
it. And,
Yeah, I'm not
this is
gonna
a
curse.
this is a PG.
This is a PG channel, kids. Except for all the rated R movies we review.
Throwback Tuesday.
You know what's funny? Some of the best horror movies aren't considered Halloween movies.
What do you mean?
Like certain movies you wouldn't think, like Jaws. Like, would you think of watching Jaws on Halloween?
Do people do that?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like fitting. Like Godzilla. Do you watch Godzilla on Halloween? I mean, maybe people do.
No. I mean, when I think of Halloween, I think of more slashers or like ghost movies.
Yeah,
or
I think
like...
of like, I don't know. I think of more like either like classic monsters.
Do you like Halloween 3?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like
It's different. It's
it
weird.
would have been interesting if they did go
It's
the
short.
anthology route like John Carpenter wanted to do, but I'm also because think about it, none of the sequels after that really were
I think their problem was doing Halloween 2, which I'm glad they did because Halloween 2 is one of my favorite horror movies. But when they did Halloween 2, it kind of like confirmed that Michael
wrap
Myers.
this up soon because I gotta be home by midnight.
All right, we're gonna have to end this in just a second. So
Only because I have my meds to take.
Right. If you have any final questions, send them to us now.
Do you like It 2017? I don't know if you're here for that, but
covered-
earlier in the thing we did say.
We did say yes. We approved.
Are you going to Spirit Halloween?
Am I?
50% off. Yeah, have you been to Spirit that much this year?
Yeah, I've been going behind your back.
Do you like Mortal Kombat? I don't know if Max played it. I
I
like
haven't
Mortal
played
Kombat.
it.
I like the original.
Is there a movie about that?
Yeah, there were 2.
Well,
They were bad.
they left me out.
Oh, well, you know what I think? That you should do a very, very scary video. What? None of our videos have been scary. Come on, we just dropped like two movies, and they were pretty scary.
If you want to see my scariest video, look up Haunt Former against the Charlie Challenge.
Or there's the Easter video,
But that was on a different channel.
which we will not reveal.
Easter.
Okay.
But go
Hey,
watch
Max,
our horror movies.
Spasm is a classic. Yeah, go watch our horror movies.
All right.
Because we're gonna go.
We're gonna leave it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks to Jared for being on the live stream. And have a spooky rest of your Friday the 13th, which is ending in like a minute?
Spirit cooking.
Alright, 2 more minutes left of Friday the 13th, and then we'll be into Saturday the 14th, which is like Jason
Not cool.
dies.
Yeah.
Alright, stay spooky, and remember,
For all things Halloween.
this is Haunt
Haunt
Former.
Nice guys, God
Booyah.
bless. Happy birthday, Friday the 13th. Woo.